Right now at 6, the Shoal Creek Conservation Center hosts a native plant sale.
And we've got some scattered showers and storms this morning. More on the way for today. We'll have a look at that forecast, get you out the door coming up.
Plus, Tolkien fans come together at Empire Market to celebrate the world of Lord of the Rings.
The 4 states' most watched news starts now.
Well, good morning and welcome to the KOAM Morning News. It's 6 a.m. I'm Elise Noe.
And I'm Chris Warner. It is now Monday, September the 23rd.
Yes.
We are into the really the first official full day of fall, as it started yesterday, but still not bad. And it is really going to be fall-like over the next several days, which is going to be fantastic. Unfortunately, a number of you, including Elise and my wife, suffering severely from some fall allergies out there. So,
if you hear me sniffling, it's not because Chris is making me cry. It's just because I got a little bit of fall allergies.
Don't get me wrong. I make a lot of people cry. When that's just how I operate. People just see me and they're like, "Oh no, not him." But unfortunately, you're still stuck with me for the next hour. Hopefully we can get through this together. We're going to take a look outside, shall we? This is our camera, and it is in downtown Pittsburgh, right there, 4th and Broadway. It is looking roughly southeast, and as you can see, we do have a pretty low cloud base out there, but we have dried out. The rain has stopped for the time being across parts of Pittsburgh and into Joplin, which we will show you now with our camera at 7th and Range Line. Roads are still wet. We got a pretty decent amount of rain out there, but it has stopped again for the time being, but that will change. MoDOT camera 32nd in Range Line, also looking pretty good this morning as well as we get this Monday underway. Skywatch Storm Tracker showing us where the showers and storms are. Still some showers across southeast Kansas. Thunderstorm activity into southwest Missouri. We're going to start on the Kansas side. We got this heavier shower exiting Chanute, heading toward Ellsmore, and still ranges stretching back along 54 toward Fort Scott all the way over to Nevada, and that's where we'll head next. We've still got some thunderstorm activity. Move this a little further north as this continues to lift. Osceola, you are up next. Nevada is still in it, 54 for the most part in it. That's a lot of lightning concentrated in one zone around the Stockton area. So do be careful out there. Lightning is dangerous. Lightning can be deadly. And then we're watching this activity, excuse me, down toward north central Oklahoma. So from Cleveland to Ralston, we've got a few scattered showers out there. All of that will begin to fill in and move our way. So we had this first round of storms come through, and you can see that activity starting to get together, and more showers and storms are expected across north central Oklahoma that will eventually roll up toward our area and give us scattered storms through the first half of our day. They'll begin to kind of wrap up as we head later into the evening, but a few isolated showers or storms will still be possible here and there. Should be done by midnight. Quick look at temperatures, 63 Joplin, 61 in Pittsburgh. Not expecting a lot of movement on these temperatures out there. Getting that northerly breeze behind the front. Most of us low to mid 60s, still some upper 60s in the southeastern parts of our area. Kids getting on the bus this morning. Scattered storms, 63 north breeze at around 5 to 10. Scattered storms continuing, 66, and not a lot of movement in those temperatures. We're looking at highs early today, about noon, 1 o'clock, right around 69, maybe 70, and scattered storms again starting to gradually wrap up as we head into the evening. This isn't our only rain chance, though, this week. We'll have details on that and how long the fall-like weather lasts here in just a few more minutes. Elise?
All right, thanks, Chris. Well, patrons at the Best Western in Joplin had to vacate their rooms after a fire was reported. A call coming into Joplin 911 around 7:15 on Saturday night, as witness reports say that smoke was coming from the top of an exterior open-air stairwell. Joplin Fire worked on an exterior column, pulling away stucco and decorative wood on the second floor of that stairwell. Now, Deputy Chief Andy Nimmo says that the smoke and fire got into the south side of the roof near the stairwell, but was put out quickly. The Joplin Fire Marshal determined the fire started in an exterior wall and that the fire most likely happened due to discarded smoking materials. No occupants of firefighter injuries were reported. And to be the first to see breaking news, weather, and sports, you can download the KOAM News app. It's available free of charge in the Apple App Store and the Google Play Store. Just search for the KOAM News app. Well, the Shoal Creek Conservation Education Center hosted multiple events Saturday, one of which was a plant sale. 2 vendors provided over 50 different species and varieties of native Missouri plants. Now, each plant was also marked with some guidelines of how to take care of them. Now, the goal of the sale is to provide native habitat for different pollinators and wildlife. Also fluttering its way to Shoal Creek Saturday was the Monarch Fest. Now, the event is held in conjunction with the migration of monarch butterflies to Mexico. Kids could make monarch butterfly head crowns, do a scavenger hunt, and even do the monarch butterfly migration game where they pretend to be butterflies and see if they can make it to Mexico. Guests at Empire Market Saturday had the opportunity to go on an adventure. Empire Market celebrated Hobbit Day a day early with some Lord of the Rings themed activities. Now, a Hobbit scavenger hunt, a Hobbit house photo booth, and visits from themed characters are among the themed events. Vendors had special items for sale, and guests were also encouraged to dress up in their best fantasy clothes.
I like that the vendors can get involved, and we can have potato soup, and we can have, second breakfast, and there's all sorts of things that hobbits are known for. And it's a good way for everybody, the community, the vendors, the market to play along and get involved. And it just adds more dimension.
The event was also in correlation with J.R.R. Tolkien's birthday. The Lamar Municipal Airport was cleared for landing Saturday morning, with area pilots dropping in for a fun community event. KOAM's Mitch Adams has the story.
I think it's always important to have things to pull our community together. It's a small town, we know each other. It's good to get together and just have fun.
Lamar Municipal Airport in Lamar, Missouri is home to over 20 plus personal use and business aircraft. A celebration was held to commemorate the 63rd anniversary of the airport.
We do expect, the weather has delayed our start this morning, but we do expect a lot of aircraft to arrive from the surrounding areas.
Pilots flew in from as far as Little Rock to display their aircraft and participate in the event. This event, put on by the Lamar Airport Committee, has been in the works for quite some time now.
They have been working over a year to draw this all together to produce this big event.
One of the main draws at the fly-in was a Black Hawk helicopter. The Army helicopter flew about 45 minutes from Whiteman Air Force Base and landed in front of a crowd of spectators. Mayor Rick Olchin told us that another main purpose of the event is to emphasize the importance of the airport to the public.
He is being underutilized. We do have businesses operating out of this airport that we didn't have before, and there's a potential here for that to grow even farther.
The city of Lamar is optimistic about bringing new attention to the formerly underutilized airport, with high hopes that the community's interest will continue to take flight. In Barton County, Missouri, Mitch Adams, KOAM News.
Now, planes weren't the only machines on display this past weekend in Lamar. A car show with local hot rods took place alongside the fly-in. And that's a look at this morning's top stories and weather in our first 7 minutes, coming up on the KOAM Morning News. General Motors recalls nearly 450,000 vehicles due to a potentially inoperative low brake fluid warning light. Plus, Donald Trump is back in battleground Pennsylvania, while Vice President Harris is back in Washington. And Chris Warner returns with another look at your Monday forecast. You're watching the KOAM Morning News. We'll be right back. Well, topping Nation Watch this morning, General Motors is recalling nearly 450,000 vehicles because they may not display a warning when the brake fluid is low. A recall issued last week by the U.S. National Highway Traffic Safety Administration said without a warning light, people might continue to drive the impacted vehicles with low brake fluid. That could reduce braking performance and increase the risk for a crash. Now, the recall covers some 2023 Chevy and GMC pickup trucks and some 2023 and 2024 Chevy, GMC, and Cadillac SUVs. The software that controls the warning light will be updated free of charge. Notification letters will be sent to owners by the end of October. You can also contact your dealership for more information. A company known for its adult party game is suing SpaceX founder Elon Musk. Cards Against Humanity bought land in Brownsville, Texas, near the U.S. and Mexican border in 2017 to protect the area from the government possibly building a border wall there. Now it's accusing Musk of allowing his SpaceX employees to trespass and damage the land. The lawsuit says contractors recently removed some of the greenery on the property and placed gravel over the soil to make the space available for SpaceX vehicles to park and work. The company is suing Musk for $15 million. So far, no comment from Musk. Well, we're now just 43 days away from Election Day. New polls show Vice President Kamala Harris has gained a slight edge over former President Donald Trump. Today, he's back in battleground Pennsylvania, while Harris is in Washington with no events scheduled. Naomi Ruckham has more from New York.
Join me on the debate stage.
Vice President Kamala Harris urged former President Donald Trump to debate her again yesterday after she accepted CNN's invitation for a late October debate. But over the weekend, Trump declined.
The problem with another debate is that it's just too late. Voting has already started.
Indeed, early voting began Friday in South Dakota, Virginia, and Minnesota.
I'm voting for all the Democrats, every last one.
I voted this time for Trump.
It comes as new CBS polls show the vice president with a slight edge nationally and in the battleground states. Harris has also made gains with voters who say the economy is a major factor, now just 6 points behind Trump.
I'm going to be giving a speech this week that is really to outline my vision for the economy.
Meanwhile, Trump was asked if he thinks he'll run again in 4 years if he loses in November.
No, I don't. I don't see that at all. I think that hopefully we're going to be successful.
While campaigning in North Carolina over the weekend, Trump made no mention of GOP gubernatorial candidate Mark Robinson, who's come under fire over inflammatory posts he allegedly made on an adult website. The Harris campaign is airing ads in an attempt to link the two in the must-win swing state. Naomi Ruckham, CBS News.
Now, Trump's running mate, Ohio Senator J.D. Vance, hits the trail in North Carolina today. When asked about the state's Republican gubernatorial candidate Mark Robinson in an interview Saturday, he said, quote, allegations are not reality, adding that the issue will play out in the court of public opinion. Now, to look at some of today's top national stories, here's Chris with a look at your forecast.
Yeah, we've got some scattered showers and thunderstorms out there across parts of the area this morning, and more on the way coming in out of Oklahoma. I'm going to look at your forecast when we come back.
A community in Southern California has rallied around an 11-year-old boy who had his lemonade stand stolen. This happened in Ramona, some 35 miles north of San Diego. The boy was trying to raise money so he could buy a dirt bike. He was selling lemonade recently and had to run and get more supplies. That's when a thief came and took his stand. Esmeralda Perez has more.
Regular watermelon.
11-year-old Liam has been selling cups of lemonade for about a year and a half in Ramona.
He does all the footwork. I mean, he takes the table, the chair, like everything, even if it's heavy, like he does all of it. Here you go.
It's heavy work Liam did to save up for a dirt bike, a hobby that had its bonus.
Meet new people.
But recently, someone disrupted business for him. One day as Liam walked away to grab some supplies, someone took his stand. Take a look at this video the Raider family shared with us. You can see a truck driving past his setup, then returning. A man gets off the car, loads up the lemonade stand, and takes off.
This looks a little bit more intentional, and that's unfortunate. You know, I think Liam definitely learned a hard lesson that day as far as leaving his stuff unattended.
Oh, that is sad. A short time later, Liam is seen on video returning, only to see his lemonade stand gone.
I was just like, how could people be so cruel?
Before I give you these tickets,
when the community learned about what happened to Liam, they wanted to do something to help.
The community just like started pouring in with like, hey, you know, can we replace the table, the chairs? Can we donate to his stand or whatever? Because, you know, he's been trying to save for a dirt bike. 3, 2.
The community came in support of this young entrepreneur and created a major lemonade stand where many people showed up.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Liam was even surprised with this red dirt bike.
Right here with half.
This lemonade stand was gifted to Liam so he can continue his business.
Thank you.
Today's event was free, but many people donated some cash anyway. It's money Liam will donate to an animal sanctuary.
Because I love animals. I feel like every animal deserves a chance.
As for the person who took Liam's lemonade stand, still no word on whether the suspected thief has been caught. Now here's Chris with a quick look at your forecast.
We've got some scattered rain showers out there and some thunderstorms as well. Some of us starting to get a break in the action, more on the way. We'll have a look at your forecast when we come back. Welcome back to the KOAM Morning News. It's 6:21 on this Monday morning. We're starting with the Skywatch Storm Tracker. We got some showers. We've got some thunderstorms out there as well. We're going to start in southeast Kansas, where we have this shower that's exiting Chanute, lifting off to the northeast. Still some moderate rain stretching along 54 all the way through Fort Scott into Nevada. We got some showers rolling into Mound City as well, and some showers just to the north of Twin Grove, southeast of Eureka. Then on the Missouri side, again, this rain continues along 54 through Nevada all the way east. So Osceola, you are getting ready to get on some heavier rain and some thunderstorm activity out there. Stockton, you're still in it. Greenfield, it's just exiting. And then we'll head down to Oklahoma. And why are we heading to Oklahoma? Well, you see all these little green specks here around Kingfisher, Hennessy, Guthrie, down towards Stillwater and Hominy. Well, that's more showers and storms that are starting to get a little better organized here and there. And they will continue to lift off to the north and east as well. And they'll start to bring us more thunderstorm chances. So you can watch these little guys down here, and you see they were struggling at first, and they're starting to come together, and then they've got their friends that are all popping up along with them, stretching back down toward Oklahoma City. And again, they will continue to lift off to the north and east and bring us additional scattered showers and thunderstorms across the area as we head through today. And as we go later into the afternoon and evening, these showers and storms will start to become a bit more scattered. Then they'll become a lot more isolated, but we could still see a few isolated showers out there through about midnight, and then we'll dry out. We go into Tuesday, we're going to be starting partly to mostly cloudy, and then we'll be mostly cloudy through the day, but we could see a few additional isolated to widely scattered showers and storms as we head into the afternoon and into the late evening hours out there. So some of us may get a little bit more rain here and there as we head through our Tuesday, but again, it won't be rain everywhere all at once, unfortunately. Not like today, where we're going to see a little bit more rain than what we may see on our Tuesday. Wednesday, we start off pretty darn cool, and we will be partly cloudy. By noon, you can see we're only into the mid-60s, so it's going to be another pretty decent day out there, still holding on to a northerly breeze as well. So not bad temperature-wise, 63 in Joplin, north-northwest breeze at 5. It is cloudy. We've got some low clouds out there as well this morning. Cold front has pushed through off to our south, still some upper 60s in our southeastern counties. We've got 59 in Iola. The rest of us into the low to mid-60s to start our Monday. Again, scattered storms through the morning and just kind of hovering right around the mid-60s out there. And as we get a little more heat from the sun, even though it'll be cloudy, it will at least allow us to warm up a bit. We're looking at highs about 69, and that'll also happen a little early, around noon, 1 o'clock, and then they'll start to fall back through the mid-60s through the late afternoon hours, and we'll have those scattered storm chances. And again, they'll start to kind of come to a close later this evening, maybe a couple isolated showers here and there, mostly cloudy overnight, and we'll be back into the mid-50s. Looking down the road, temperatures are going to be in the 70s with the exception of today. Every day on the next 9 days at least on this forecast. Got those shower and thunderstorm chances tomorrow. Otherwise, mostly cloudy skies, partly cloudy Wednesday, upper 70s. We'll go mid-low 70s as we head into the weekend with some additional rain chances. And we'll be hanging out in the mid-70s, maybe some upper 70s as we head into the next work week. So some pretty decent weather out there over the next several days and some much-needed rain chances. That's a check of your forecast. We're going to send it over to Elise now with Health Watch.
All right, thanks, Chris. Well, older cancer survivors face double the risk of stroke and heart attack than cancer-free seniors. That's according to an analysis in the Journal of the American Cancer Society. Researchers in Australia found that chemotherapy was also connected to elevated rates of cardiovascular events. Well, new research from the Mayo Clinic reveals that alcohol-dependent men have different levels of certain hormones and proteins known to influence behavior than alcohol-dependent women. Researchers say the results imply that men and women with alcohol problems may benefit from different treatments. And in a small study of pregnant women, researchers were able to find activity in a specific area deep in the brain that is linked to the regulation of negative emotions. Researchers in Germany say larger studies are needed, but the hope is that testing for this activity will help identify which women are most likely at risk for postpartum depression. And that's a look at some of today's top health stories. We'll be right back. Right now at 6:30, big brothers, big sisters share time with their littles at the bowling alley.
And we've got some scattered showers and storms out there this morning. More of those on the way. We'll have a look at that forecast, get you out the door coming up.
Plus, Pittsburgh Public Library hosts a poetry reading by Pitt State alumni poets.
The 4 states' most watched news starts now.
Well, good morning and welcome to the KOAM Morning News. It's 6:28. I'm Elise Snowy.
And I'm Chris Warner. It is Monday, September the 23rd here in the 4 states. They're moving into fall.
Yes,
it is officially here, and it officially feels like it out there as well. We had a big temperature drop from yesterday to last night, and it's going to be really chilly today. Unfortunately, allergy sufferers. So I know we've been talking about it, but a lot of you folks out there, not the best out there right now.
It's time to bundle up.
It's time just to stay inside at this point. Yeah, that's the best option. And with the rain, it's a good reason to stay indoors as well, unless you just like singing in the rain. And we've got some to go sing in if that's your thing. Let's take a look outside from our camera downtown Pittsburgh, and we've got the raindrops on the camera, but the rain has been long gone from Pittsburgh, though, so far this morning, but more is on the way. Roads are still wet, too, so do watch out for some slick spots. Same from our camera at 7th and Rangeline in Joplin. You can see we've got some pretty low clouds out there and still some of those wet spots on the roads. And we'll take a trip down to the MoDOT camera, 32nd and Rangeline, also in Joplin, looking back to the west. Again, we've dried out for the time being, but there's more rain on the way. Skywatch Storm Tracker, we've got some scattered showers in southeast Kansas, the bulk of the heavy rain now and the thunderstorm activity into the southwest Missouri side of things. We'll start in Kansas. We got these showers just to the west of Ellsmore and east of Iola. 54 going back toward Fort Scott. Some moderate rainfall out there, and that continues all the way into Missouri. Now, Osceola, you've got some thunderstorm activity around you. So again, remember, lightning is dangerous and potentially deadly, even if the storm isn't strong or severe. And there's quite a bit of lightning just with this cell alone. Stockton still getting some rain. Nevada as well. Shell City dealing with some showers and storms out there. And then down into north central Oklahoma, so around Hennessy, Guthrie, Stillwater, and Hominy, we've got isolated to scattered showers out there right now, but that activity will eventually organize into thunderstorm activity and roll our way. So this group of showers and storms is rolling out off to our southwest. Another round of showers and storms slowly starting to get going across parts of Oklahoma. And that will give us those scattered storm chances throughout the day today. As we head later into the afternoon and evening, they'll kind of start to wind down, but a few isolated showers will still be possible through about midnight before we begin to dry out into the overnight hours. 63 in Joplin, 61 over in Pittsburgh right now, and around the region, temperatures not bad. 59 in Iola, and around the rest of the area, we've got low mid 60s and still some upper 60s in our southern counties. Kids getting on the bus this morning. We are looking at some scattered storms, low 60s, north breeze around 5 to 10. Scattered storms will continue into the afternoon hours as well, and will be about 66, only a 3-degree climb. In fact, we're looking to hit highs about noon, 1 o'clock today, around 69, and then temperatures will start falling back through the mid-60s as we head into the evening hours. We still have some additional rain chances out there this week and some very fall-like temperatures. Details on that in the full forecast in just a few more minutes. Elise?
All right, we'll see you soon, Chris. Well, the Hispanics of today at Pittsburgh State held a duo piano recital yesterday, continuing on with the Hispanic Music Festival's events. Yesterday's performers played piano simultaneously to several classic Hispanic compositions.
Very excited. I love two-piano music, and I love our slate of music that we have prepared. It's really exciting, really fun.
The purpose of this festival is to have every concert something unique, and we had the band at the beginning, and then we have a really special instrument on last Wednesday, and today you don't see two pianos on stage very often.
The Hispanic Music Festival will be holding its next recital on Wednesday, September 25th, featuring a variety of instruments and pieces composed by Hispanic musicians. Recitals are held at McRae Hall on Pittsburgh State's campus and free for the public to attend. The 25th Festa Italiana kicked off Saturday in Frontenac. Now, the Taste of Nations raised money for Frontenac Public Schools. Over 2,500 people were expected to attend. And one of the highlights of Festa Italiana is the Holy Cannoli competition, where contestants are expected to eat as many cannolis as they can in 2 minutes. The winner of the contest gets a huge bib with the Festa Italiana logo on it.
Festa provides a $200 scholarship every semester post-graduation for every graduating senior for 4 years. So each semester they apply to get a scholarship and they're guaranteed $200 if they graduated from Frontenac. And we also give student development grants to teachers and provide money for students in Frontenac.
Festa Italiana also showcased foods from other nations. Well, Pittsburgh Public Library hosted a poetry reading by poets Grace Hendrickson, Cody Schramm, and Khadija Cisse, all three of which are graduates of Pittsburgh State University and current or former library staff members. Brownies, tea, and water were provided for those who attended the reading.
I think it's really nice to have familiar faces in the crowd and see like, oh, I know that person. I pass that person every day, or they come into the library all the time. And it's really nice to see a lot of the people that I know support us.
Cody Schramm was recently named the first finalist of the Jonathan Holden Poetry Chapbook Contest. Well, the Big Brothers Big Sisters of Jasper and Newton counties teamed up with Butterball and LaFerla Wilson Ortho in Carthage. The event took place at Grace Lanes and lunch was provided for the Bigs and their littles. Butterball also provided gift bags for the participants.
Today we are having a match activity. So usually our matches will meet in a one-on-one environment, but quarterly we try to get everyone together and just celebrate the matches, and so that's what we're doing today.
Really just know that there are organizations like this out there that have needs, whether the need is a monetary donation or just somebody to step in and shake hands or hand out food. You know, it's a nonprofit organization. They're extremely visible in the community. They have a lot of needs.
Big Brothers Big Sisters is dedicated to providing trusted adults for children who don't have one. And that's a look at our top news stories coming up this half hour on the KOAM Morning News. Lactated milk is being recalled due to traces of almonds found in the milk, which is not listed on the label. And we're tracking rain chances for today. We'll have what to expect with Chris Warner in the Skywatch Weather Center. You're watching the KOAM Morning News. We'll be right back. In Consumer Watch this morning, the potential threat of government shutdown is once again looming over the United States. Last week, a 6-month funding extension failed to get through the House of Representatives, but Speaker Mike Johnson has another proposal, and he may have support from Democratic lawmakers. John Lawrence reports.
The U.S. government is running out of time and money simultaneously.
There will not be a shutdown. There's no way that anybody in their right mind that they could allow that to happen.
House Speaker Mike Johnson wants to prevent a shutdown.
Congress has an obligation to fund the government.
And on Sunday, he released a plan that would fund the government until December 20th. It's a limited continuing resolution, or CR, that in addition to funding the government for the next 3 months, includes more money for the Secret Service.
We'll have to review it to make sure it really is a clean CR. But if it is as advertised, it is a positive step forward to solving this problem in a bipartisan way.
Unlike Johnson's funding proposal that failed to get out of the House last week, this plan doesn't include the controversial SAVE Act that focuses on preventing non-citizens from voting, which is already illegal.
The one thing you cannot have is a government shutdown. It would be politically beyond stupid for us to do that right before the election, because certainly we'd get the blame.
House Democratic leader Hakeem Jeffries issued a statement saying, quote, Congress is now on a bipartisan path to avoid a government shutdown that would hurt everyday Americans. I'm John Lawrence reporting.
H.B. Hood LLC is recalling lactated milk in over 24 states because they could contain trace amounts of almond, which is not listed on the label. No illnesses have been reported so far, though the possible presence of almonds could result in a life-threatening reaction for those allergic. Consumers are urged to return the recalled products to the place of purchase. Motel 6 will be under new management soon. Parent company Blackstone has agreed to sell the hotel chain to India-based Oyo in a deal worth $525 million. The agreement includes the company's Studio 6 locations and is expected to be wrapped up by the end of the year. There are more than 1,400 Motel 6 locations across the U.S. and Canada. And Beetlejuice dominated the box office for the third weekend in a row, raking in around $26 million domestically. Transformers 1 took second with $25 million. Horror flicks Speak No Evil and Never Let Go were third and fourth, bringing in $5.9 and $4.5 million respectively. And that's it for Consumer Watch. Here's Chris with another look at your forecast.
Yeah, we're going to start with the Skywatch Storm Tracker, talking about some showers and thunderstorms that we have out there now, and then we've got additional storms on the way, starting into southeastern Kansas, around Ellsmore, stretching back along 54, north on 59 toward Freedom, north of Fort Scott. Some showers out there west of Yates Center. We have some additional showers, and as these continue to lift northeast, you will eventually get in on these here in Yates Center, but right now they're just to the northwest of Verdigris. We'll head over to the Missouri side. Showers and storms slowly lifting north of Highway 54, where they've been most of this morning. So now into north sides of Nevada, Shell City, Osceola, still some thunderstorm activity out there, stretching back down towards Stockton. Then into Oklahoma, we've got what is right now some disorganized shower and storm activity northwest of Tulsa, down by Stillwater, Guthrie, and Hennessy. All of this will eventually get together and begin to bring some more shower and thunderstorm chances as it lifts off to the north and east as well through the morning hours. And here's the future track showing those shower and thunderstorm chances as they continue into the afternoon. Now, as we head later into the afternoon, early evening, we're going to start to see the bulk of this activity lifting out of here, but we could still be stuck with a few isolated showers, maybe even a rumble of thunder through about, say, midnight out there, and then we'll gradually see all of this clear on out. Quick look at temperatures: 63 in Joplin, 61 in Pittsburgh. Roads still wet because we did get a fair amount of rain earlier this morning. Around the area, still some milder temperatures and only slightly so, upper 60s in our southern counties. The rest of us, Iola, the cool spot still at 59, and we're looking at low to mid 60s across the rest of the area. Kids get on the bus this morning. Again, looking at the scattered storms: 63, north breeze around 5 to 10 miles an hour when that bus brings them home. A few more scattered storms, only a 3-degree difference here, 66. Still holding on to that north breeze at around 5 to 10. We're going to now look at your forecast, talk about some additional rain chances and some nice fall-like weather, as well as birthdays and anniversaries. But first, here's what's happening on CBS Mornings.
I'm Nate Burleson. Coming up on CBS Mornings, David Begnaud shows us how a lost envelope led to a priceless connection between two strangers in the latest edition of Begnaud's America. Plus, Bill Gates and John Batiste joins us to talk about how they are teaming up for a great cause. That's coming up on CBS Mornings.
All right, time for some Monday birthdays, and we're going to start in Columbus with Isaiah Peterman celebrating birthday number 2. Happy birthday, Isaiah.
And over in Webb City, a happy 6th birthday to Lucas Gossvenner.
And in Parsons, Ashlyn Schoenhofer celebrating birthday number 9. Happy birthday.
And over in Oswego, a happy 10th birthday to Emmett Hookie. It says here, happy birthday from Mom, Dad, and little bro.
And in Seneca, Bray Miller celebrating birthday number 11. Says happy birthday for Mom, Dad, Ken, Bella, Nanny, and all of the family.
And a happy 11th birthday to Cameron Allen in Joplin. It says, love you, Grandma and Grandpa.
And in Girard, Shelby Finley celebrating birthday number 17. A very happy birthday to you, Shelby.
Over in Columbus, a happy 20th birthday to Anna Coberly.
And in Seneca, Olivia Arlington celebrating birthday number 24. Says happy birthday for Mom, Dad, Aspen, Ava, Amory, Nan, and all the family.
And a happy birthday to Jessica Anderson over in Parsons, celebrating birthday number 34 today.
And in Oswego, Brad Baldwin celebrating birthday number 48. Happy birthday, Brad.
And a happy 90th birthday to Winnie Pack in Chanute. It says here, happy birthday from Brenda, John, Tina, all your grandkids, great-grandkids, and great-great-grandkids. We love you.
That's a big celebration for Winnie. A very happy birthday to you. And in Parsons, we've got Corey and Trisha Largent celebrating their 21st anniversary. Very happy anniversary to the Largents.
Also in Parsons, a happy 61st anniversary to Jean and Patricia Armitage.
And in Columbus, Valerie Richardson celebrating another year wiser. Happy birthday, Valerie.
And one of our own here at KOAM celebrating a birthday. Mike Coonrod is a production videographer here celebrating another year wiser. Happy birthday.
And he always has interesting stories to tell. So if you have a moment, listen to his stories. They're pretty cool. We've also got additional birthdays here, including Barbara O'Neill Welch in Joplin celebrating birthday number 77. Happy birthday.
And a happy birthday to Denise Beasley.
And we've got Larry Bailey in Girard celebrating another year wiser. Now, that was one really long birthday and anniversary list. We love when they're long like that. How can they help us keep it that way?
Yes, you can do so by submitting your birthdays and anniversaries to birthdays@KOAMnewsnow.com. Be sure to include those photos and wonderful messages and to meet the deadline that you see there at the bottom of your screen.
Absolutely important to meet that deadline as well, so your birthday or anniversary airs when it's supposed to. All right, let's take a tour outside first. We're going to start in downtown Pittsburgh, getting a little more daylight, but still, as you can see, cloudy skies. Roads are slowly drying out from the rain we got earlier this morning. Got some pretty good thunderstorms out there. Our camera 7th and range line also showing clouds, also showing still some wet roadways, so watch out for some slick spots here and there. We'll head down south to the MoDOT camera 32nd and range line. Obviously, you can see still wet roads, still cloudy skies. And that's how most of today is going to be. And we're still looking at wet roadways on 69 at Kansas Crossing from the KDOT camera there. So again, just watch out for those slick spots this morning. If the rain has already rolled through, it is slow to dry sometimes, and that is the case right now. Skywatch Storm Tracker, still some isolated scattered showers in southeast Kansas. Thunderstorm activity in the northern portions now of southwest Missouri. We're going to start in Kansas. We've got this shower now southwest of Yates Center. All of this activity lifting northeast. So Yates Center, you are next in line for at least a little light shower out there. Off to your east, we've got a few more scattered showers in between Iola and Fort Scott, starting to lift north of 54 toward Mound City. And on the Missouri side, we've got thunderstorm activity still just to the east of Osceola and some heavier rain out there as well in our northern counties, down just to the east of Butler. North of Nevada on 49, some moderate rainfall as well if you're traveling out there. And then we're heading back toward Oklahoma, and the reason we're doing that is take a look at all these little spotty showers. You've been with us through this morning. They're starting to grow. There's more of them, and the ones that were out there that were smaller, like those, or even like these, have started to mature and get a little bigger. So down toward Guthrie to the northeast of Oklahoma City, around Kingfisher, Stillwater, Hominy, we've got these showers that are developing. So this batch continuing to lift off to our north and east, and it will eventually exit our area just in time for the additional activity down across Oklahoma to continue to develop. So see how these have evolved here, continuing to lift northeast, and then we get all these little spotty showers out there. Some of them didn't really get a chance to grow. Others are, and we've even got some now to the south of Oklahoma City in between 44 and 35. And all of this will continue to lift to the northeast, and it will give us this additional scattered showers and thunderstorms that will persist for most of us through the day. And that won't necessarily rain all day. There might be some gaps like what we're experiencing this morning, maybe smaller gaps than what we're experiencing this morning, but still, it won't rain continuously in some locations, but much needed rain nonetheless. Now, as we head later into the afternoon and evening, these showers and storms, the bulk of them start to roll out of the area, but we could still see a few isolated showers continuing roughly through, say, about midnight before all of it exits out of the area. As we head into Tuesday, we are looking at partly to mostly cloudy skies to start the day. Some of us pretty darn cool. Look at Fredonia at 5 a.m., 51 degrees out there. And then as we head later into the day, into the afternoon, future track picking up on maybe an opportunity for some isolated to widely scattered showers and thunderstorms rolling across the area as we head through the afternoon and into the late evening on Tuesday. Now, again, it won't necessarily be a big shield of rain like this, but in this green zone will be that opportunity for a shower or thunderstorm as we head again in the late evening hours out there. Most of us probably not going to see that much. It won't be nearly as much rain as what we're seeing this morning. And then we'll go into our Wednesday. Our Wednesday, we're going to start cool. It's going to be partly cloudy by noon, only into the mid-60s. It'll still warm up a little bit by the evening hours, but not not too crazy out there whatsoever. Take a quick look at temperatures for you. Cloudy in Joplin, 63, north-northwest breeze at about 7. Temperatures around the area, again, a cold front has sunk through, so we've still got some upper 60s in our southern counties, 59 in Iola, the rest of us low to mid 60s. And as we continue through the morning, scattered storms out there and just kind of hovering in the mid 60s. It's going to be a little cool today. We're having another look at your forecast news you need to know in just a moment. And when we switch over to Fox 14 at 7 a.m., we're going to learn more about the 75-foot long-necked dinosaur whose species has recently been discovered.
And here's a check of today's top headlines, the news you need to know before you head out the door. Guests at the Best Western in Joplin had to vacate their rooms after a fire was reported. The call came in around 7:15 Saturday night. Witness reports say that smoke was coming from the top of an exterior open-air stairwell. Joplin Fire Marshal determined the fire started in an exterior wall, and the fire most likely happened due to discarded smoking materials. Well, the 25th Festa Italiana took place over the weekend in Frontenac. The Taste of Nations raised money for Frontenac Public Schools. And one of the highlights of Festa Italiana is the Holy Cannoli competition, where contestants are expected to eat as many cannolis as they can in 2 minutes. And the Big Brothers Big Sisters of Jasper and Newton counties teamed up with Butterball and the LaFerla Wilson Ortho in Carthage. The event took place at Grace Lanes, and lunch was provided for the Bigs and their littles. Butterball also provided gift bags for the participants. That's a check of today's top headlines, the news you need to know before you head out the door.
And as you head out the door, make sure you take the umbrella with you, as we'll have scattered storms through the morning into the afternoon. Early highs of about 69, maybe 70 degrees out there, falling back through the mid-60s through the late afternoon. A few isolated showers continue through about midnight. Most of us will start to dry out, though, and will be mostly cloudy tonight, mid-50s. We'll have a few showers and thunderstorms in the afternoon and late evening hours on our Tuesday. Mid-70s, upper 70s, and partly cloudy on Wednesday. More rain chances, which we desperately need, toward the end of the week. And temperatures, take a look at these temperatures. We got some upper 70s here and there, but otherwise a very fall-like forecast for the first week of fall.
Alrighty. Well, coming up today at noon, we're making Oktoberfest patties in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen.
And your morning news continues on KOAM with CBS Mornings. Temperatures are dropping with the calendar turning to fall. Coming up on CBS Mornings, Dr. Celine Gounder explains the importance of getting a flu shot and other vaccines and when it's the best time to get those.
Or you can switch on over with us on Fox 14, where your only local morning news continues. This morning, Ukrainian forces are tightening their defense as Russian attacks ramp up.
Plus, Mike Brown from Big Brother and Big Sisters joins us in the studio with an invitation for this year's Big Bash. However, it's going to wrap it up for us for now. We'll see you back here tomorrow morning at 5 a.m.
And we'll see you today at noon.